Good afternoon, America and the rest of the world. Xander J. Hobson here, stand-up comedian, entertainer, director and producer of boxing documentaries, an internet troll to those who need internet trolling. This is another episode of The Devil's Advocate, brought to you by the Brilliant Artist Movement. Folks, we're trying to grow the platform, so please like this video, hate it, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section. It could be something nice, or it could be something nasty. But you know, if you say something nasty in my comment section, I'm going to get your heckling ass. Yo! Knock it the fuck off! Just like I get the guys when I'm on stage when they get out of pocket. So anyway, right? You know I'm new to this YouTube airspace. I've been watching and taking notes. And while I've been watching and taking notes, I seen a guy by the name of Kwame Brown come out of nowhere. Kwame Brown, the man who was being harassed and tormented throughout his entire basketball career by the likes of Stephen A. Smith and a bunch of other guys who were a bunch of jerks and assholes. And Kwame Brown started clapping back at these guys. And he became very popular in the shortest time imaginable. And he is growing his YouTube channel and he's bringing a lot of people on. Kwame Brown representing a Tyler Perry prototype, a black man with his own audience, free from the influences and the pressures of the white controlled media. Although I honestly don't know how free he is from the white media, because these YouTube airways, the last time I checked, this is still the white media, and at any point in time, some white person or some Asian or Indian person could come out of nowhere and yank a black man off of YouTube, disrupt this whole program. From what I understand, Grandmaster Troll Station got demonetized. But my point is, the reason why I'm talking about Kwame Brown is because I'm getting tired of people comparing this man, Kwame Brown, to Kevin Samuels. Okay? Knock that shit the fuck off. Kwame Brown, if you're asking me, doesn't have a goddamn thing in common with Kevin Samuels, with the exception of being black, being tall, and with the exception of a meteoric rise on YouTube. As a matter of fact, Kwame Brown's rise was a lot quicker because he was a celebrity that played in the NBA for a number of years. Now, I was sick of it. Kevin Samuels and Kwame Brown don't have a goddamn thing in common. You don't see Kwame Brown walking around with tight clothes on. You don't see Kwame Brown walking around with man purses. You don't see Kwame Brown asking men,
"You got a big dick? Huh? You have a big dick?"
You don't see Kwame Brown saying,
"Beautiful people, you can map their facial structure, and it goes to a mathematical calculation." Oh yeah, beauty is universal, and the other thing is, we're talking about black women. They are on the opposite end of the spectrum on all ranks. Facial symmetry, even to the way to black women are starting to look more masculine.
That black women are ugly. You don't see Kwame Brown, okay, talking slick and greasy to black women. He doesn't even promote that. Kwame Brown, his whole angle was defending himself against all of the bullies who have been bothering him. Whereas Kevin Samuels, he is a bully. Okay, Kevin Samuels gets on these YouTube airways and he bullies black women. That's what he does. So please don't get into this habit of linking Kwame Brown and Kevin Samuels together, because again, if you're asking me, Kevin Samuels and Kwame Brown do not stand for the same thing. Now, if at some point Kwame Brown comes out and says that him and Kevin Samuels do stand for the same thing, I stand corrected. But I don't think that Kwame Brown and Kevin Samuels stand for the same thing. Now, I don't know what Kwame Brown thinks or how he feels about being compared to Kevin Samuels. But I think even if Kwame Brown had a problem with being compared to Kevin Samuels, he probably wouldn't say anything about it. He would probably take the dignified and high road, because I see that Kwame Brown is a man who had respect for his elders, and the sheer fact that he didn't chew Tommy Sotomayor's simple ass, a new ass, when Tommy started tripping, that shows me the kind of class and dignity that Kwame Brown is working with. Now, again, I don't even like Kevin Samuels or dislike Kevin Samuels. I like the fact that he's a successful YouTuber and he's getting the most out of this thing called YouTube. But Kevin Samuels promotes negative energy, in my opinion. And because he promotes negative energy, in my opinion, this is why I get on these YouTube airwaves and I blast his ass every chance I get. Because, again, I don't want to hear that black on black shit. I don't want to hear you got one black man tearing down another. No. Let me tell you something. Evil flourishes. Evil flourishes when good men sit silent and don't take a stance. And if I was to sit by and watch Kevin Samuels promote feminine masculinity and his women-hating views to young black men, I would be feeling as a 53-year-old black man who tried to unionize the hospital of the University of Pennsylvania back in the 80s, who was a part of the conscious black movement back in the 80s, who took a stance against racism in the United States Armed Forces, and who is the son of a notable community activist by the name of Jane Hobson. So, again, Kevin Samuels is spreading a form of evil, if you're asking me and you ask a lot of other people. And Kwame Brown and Kevin Samuels are not promoting the same message. So please, stop trying to put the two on the same level as each other. Because again, with the exception of them both being black and tall, these two guys don't have a damn thing in common. I'm done with it. Bam.